Welcome to another episode of the Filipino Genealogy channel. Cebu City lost one of its greatest sons, Antonio Cuenco, who recently passed away. So for today, we will pay our belated tribute to this distinguished gentleman who spent his life serving the Cebuanos by presenting a brief version of the Cuenco family tree. So here we have a partial family tree of the Cuencos of Cebu. This is a family tree that shows only the direct descent of Antonio V. Cuenco from the earliest ancestor of the Cuencos, Juana Cuenco, and also showing other members of the family, but only featuring those who have become politicians over the years. We start with Juana Cuenco. Now, Juana Cuenco is considered today as the matriarch of the family. She was born and most likely also died in Capiz. We do not know exactly where in Capiz she was from, but records show that it was her son, Mariano Albao Cuenco, who first set foot in the province of Cebu. Now, Mariano Albao Cuenco went to Carmen, a northern town in Cebu, where he met Remedios Diosomito Lopez. They eventually married and had 16 children. Of the 16, only 5 survived to adulthood: Jose Maria Vicente, Mariano Jesus, Dolores, Remedios, and Miguel. Their family later decided to try out their luck in Leyte, but later on they decided that Cebu was much better for their family, and thus they returned to Cebu and settled in the Parian district of Cebu City. Now, the eldest son of Mariano Albao, Jose Maria Vicente, was a priest who later became Archbishop of Haro and served in this position from 1945 to 1972. While Mariano Albao's next son, Mariano Jesus Cuenco, is the first in the family to join politics. Although their father, Mariano Albao, decided to run for governor, unfortunately Mariano Albao was not successful in his bid for the governorship of Cebu. It was his son, Mariano Jesus, who was the first to become a prominent politician in the family. He first started as a congressman in the northern part of Cebu from 1921 to 1928, and then he ran for governor of Cebu, winning one term from 1931 to 34. Later, he was appointed as Secretary of Public Works and served in this capacity from 1936 to 1939. Finally, he decided to run for the Philippine Senate and became the Senate President from 1949 to 51. His younger brother, Miguel Cuenco, also became a congressman of the same district where he was serving from 1931 to 45, and right after the war, from 1949 to 1965. A son of Mariano Jesus Cuenco, Dr. Manuel Cuenco, followed in his father's footsteps. He became governor of Cebu right after World War II and served for one term from 1946 to 1951. Manuel and Mariano are one of the three father and child tandem governors of Cebu. The other one are the Osmeñas and the Garcias. Now, after becoming governor of Cebu, he also, following in his father's footsteps, was appointed to a cabinet secretary. On his part, he became secretary of the Department of Health and served for just a year, from 1964 to 1965. His sister, Concepcion Cuenco, was crowned Carnival Queen of Cebu in the year 1931. Going down one generation, we have Antonio V. Cuenco. Now, Antonio Cuenco first started also as congressman, succeeding actually his great-uncle, Miguel Cuenco, who retired in 1965, as congressman in their district, serving from 1965 to 1969, and then later on, he once again became a congressman of Cebu for the 2nd district of the city of Cebu from 1987 up to 1998. When his 3 terms were up after 1998, it was his wife, Nancy Roa Cuenco, who served just 1 term as congressman of the 2nd district of Cebu from 1998 to 2001. After Nancy Roa's 1 term as congressman, Antonio once again ran for the same district and won, and served for another 3 terms from 2001 to 2010. From 2010 to 2013, Antonio V. Cuenco also served as Secretary General of the ASEAN Interparliamentary Assembly. After his term ended, he tried once again to go back to politics and ran in the last general election in 2019, winning a seat in the City Council of Cebu. Unfortunately, his term was cut short last June 27 of this year when he died because of complications due to the COVID virus. 2 of his sons, James Anthony Cuenco and Ronald Cuenco, are also politicians in Cebu City. James Anthony is a former city councilor, while Ronald Cuenco, who was councilor of Cebu City from 1992 to 2001, is currently sitting as one of the councilors of Cebu who started his new term in 2010. And that is our brief discussion on the Cuencos of Cebu, beginning with the earliest Cuenco, Juana, down to Mariano Albao Cuenco, down to his son Mariano Jesus Cuenco, and down further to Dr. Manuel Cuenco, and then to the late Antonio V. Cuenco, and finally to his sons, James Anthony and Ronald Cuenco. We hope you enjoyed this brief presentation of another prominent political family of the Philippines. We hope to see you again soon, and watch out for our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.